up? Oh my gosh. I have to tell you what I was doing today. So I had a customer I was delivering to, and I was driving along. And what I do in my car whenever I'm driving is I listen to either podcast or some kind of YouTube video or something to keep my mind occupied and to learn. I, I've been doing Scentsy now for a year, and I realized that how much of a blessing this has been. So, with that being said, a little bit of backstory. A lot of y'all saw me start this last year. And, I've worked corporate jobs, I've worked retail, I've worked almost every industry. I've worked in food, I've worked in cell phones. Cell phones. I've worked in so many different cell phone companies. I've worked in regular retail and fast food and all these things. And the one thing that was always felt like was I was always looking for that dollar, like always working for the next paycheck, or I was trying to struggle through, and I didn't get that raise, or I didn't get that promotion, and I didn't get this. What did I do wrong, or what more do I need to do? And like what do they want from me? um Corporate, I worked at a corporate job for 7 years in an office, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And there was a point in my life that I turned to Blake and I was just like, I need something different. I need to work for myself. I need to do something. And so I went and I got certified. I took a class. I went and got certified as a process server. And I was like, this is perfect. I know how much money I'm going to make today, and how much money I'm going to make this week, and how much money I'm going to make this month, because it all depends on me. I know if I go and do this serve and I go and do this and I turn in my paperwork, I'm going to get paid on this. So I was looking for that. I wanted to be able to control my paycheck. I was tired of waiting for the yearly reviews to come around for them to say, there's not really anything you did wrong, but we're only going to give you this much raise. And everybody's getting one across the board. And, oh, you can't take vacation at this time because, two other people did this vacation and they did this. And so there's always someone else determining and deciding on my life. And so Blake and I talked about it. I was able to get the test done. I had to do an 8-hour class, and then I had to take the test. And I got it done. It took me like a month to get certified, for them to send me my little certification card. And then I started applying to different places, and I loved it. I made my own schedule. I got to go do whatever I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. If I had meetings to go, or if I wanted to meet up with one of my friends for lunch, I could. If I wanted to go up to the bar, I could. Like, I didn't have to be clocking in and clocking out 8 to 5. Then COVID hit. So everybody knows March of 2020, COVID hit. And now I can't process serve because I have to go in front of people and I have to be face to face with them. And they changed all the rules and the guidelines that we had to be so far away. We had to knock on the door. We had to take a whole step back. We had to take a whole other training class to get certified for COVID. And I told Blake, I was like, I can't do it. The courts are shut down. I don't know how long this is going to last. If the courts are shut down, I can't work. Like, how do we work when the one thing that we're working for is for people to be able to go take care of whatever they got served for? Depression hit. When I started, I tried looking, I'm like, do I want to go back into corporate? Well, at the time, not a lot of people were hiring. They were laying people off left and right because COVID just sucked. That's all I'm going to say about that. So there wasn't a good place for me to go get hired at. I don't have a college degree. I have a lot of hours of college hours. I haven't gone to college for 24 years. I have a huge background. I've worked at a lot of places of longevity. Some of them were short because you start working somewhere and you just didn't like it. When the opportunity was brought to me about signing up with Scentsy, it was $20. And we didn't really have the $20, but I went ahead and I took the chance. And I told Lisa, I was like, I'm going to give you 3 months because I don't see, how is this going to help? I only get paid once a month. What is that? I don't get, I'm just selling this stuff. I don't get it. And I realized that when I looked into everything about Scentsy, there's steps in place and there's trainings in place and there's trainings that you can find through other people and there's a community and there's all this stuff going on. And at the beginning, I didn't even know. I mean, I've been in for a year and 4 months, and I'm just now learning more things. Like, there's so much to learn. There's so many different avenues to learn it, and everything you can do, your job, it's just, you can do whatever you want to do with this. And when Lisa gave me the opportunity and I decided to sign up, it took her like 3 or 4 times. And I finally was like, whatever, I'm giving you 3 months. And I'm going to give it, I'm just going to do it all like full in. Walls to the, like balls to the wall. I'm going to do it. Because I don't do anything half-assed. If you know me, I don't do anything half-assed. And I started to see little by little that what I was needing was there. The pat on the back for, like, hey, do step one, and you get a pat on the back. Someone, you get an email from corporate, or you get a text message or a shout out on your team page or this or that, and you get this little, like, burst of enthusiasm because someone noticed that you did something. And no one can take that away from you. Even if no one's there to pat you on the back, even if no one's there to shout you out, I hit step one. And I hit step two, and I hit step three, and it was just kind of like a snowball, and it was so exciting. And when I signed up in May, in July is when they had started for the incentive for Disney. Now, I will tell you this, when I looked at this little sheet, and this was last year, I looked at the sheet of what all I needed to do for Disney, and it scared me. I'm like, people don't earn these trips. This is a fluke. This is nothing. I mean, like, there's no way that anybody actually gets these trips. And my upline was not, Lisa was just like, no, people get these trips. I earned one last year. We just weren't able to, or actually she earned it last year, but they weren't able to go because COVID had shut everything down. And I was like, we haven't been to Disney's in like 11 years. Okay, what do I have to do? Like, I sat down and I looked at all these sheets, and I looked at different trainings and different YouTube videos just to figure out what I needed to do. And there's a step. It says, do this and you earn this. Do this and you earn this. There's such a great sense of accomplishment also because you have a path, you have a goal, you have something to go towards. I really, honestly, at the beginning of July, never thought I'd get to go. I never thought I would earn enough points. I never thought that there would be a step one or step two. I never thought that I could take my family to Disney. Why am I getting emotional? Oh, so I was sitting here thinking, and I'm like, I've had such a great blessing put upon me for a company that is such a great company to be with, and the people are absolutely amazing. I met some people out at Branson. I told you guys I went to Branson, and I met some people out in the Scentsy world, and one of them got baptized last night. And it's really emotional because I would have never known her if it wasn't for Scentsy. I would have never gotten a chance to know other people that are wanting to work this business the way I want to work my business. I thought I had it, like, I thought I knew it all. Before I went to Branson, I was like, I'm just going to go and listen to what they do because, they probably don't really know much. And when I started listening to these women talk, and I started listening, we had a couple of the men there too, the husbands that were working the business with their wives, and listening to them talk about, the things that they organize for them, the thing, like, everybody has a strong point, and they talked about, this is what I do for her because I'm really good at this, and this is what she does because she's amazing at this. And I started realizing, I was like, these are just normal people. These are just like, these are people that I would have met, and we would have just been friends without Scentsy even being there. But I would have never been in that place, and I've never been in that situation if I hadn't have said yes. If I hadn't have taken a chance on me. I've come so far in a year from where I was at. I'm sorry I'm getting emotional, guys. This is not what I meant to do today, but it just really hit me that God has blessed everything that I've done in this last year, and every place I've been, and all the people I've met, and all the people that I will meet. and all the things that I'm going to do and all the places I'm going to get to go. This was just never a total opportunity for me. I never planned for vacation. Are you kidding me? It would be like a half weekend trip. We'd have to leave Friday after work, go somewhere, hurry and get there. Hopefully we got there before it was like bedtime, and then we'd wake up Saturday and have a full day, but then we knew we had to pack back up because we had to come back Sunday because we both had to be at work on Monday. So that was our vacation. We basically just did a vacation close enough that we could drive to in one weekend and then be back home because we both had to be at work on Monday. And looking at the thing that we're going to now, I mean, we have a trip to Alaska that's planned for next year in July. And I look at this, and at first I sat there and I was like, man, this is a lot. Like this is hard. And then I stopped and I realized, I said, I thought it was hard last year, and I got to go. I earned 2 spots for an all expense business paid trip for my job. I mean, like, what job does that? What job says, hey, if you do your job, I'm going to send you on vacation? Like, what job does that? And as I got back home after taking my stuff over to the customer, and I just sat down on my computer and I realized I needed to tell somebody. And I started looking through, my Scentsy stuff, and I was looking at my different orders. I have 3 orders I need to close, 3 parties. And I realized that there's a way for me to bless someone else. And there's a way for me to give back to maybe someone else that's in that spot. Maybe it's not to do it full time. Maybe it's just to kind of get some extra money coming in, because maybe you do need the $30 extra a month, or the $40 extra a month, or however much you're needing just for gas or groceries or for your kids' sports. I mean, schools just started back up. There's school supplies, there's school clothes, there's their club stuff, there's sports stuff. There's so much stuff starting back up again. And then we have Christmas and Thanksgiving coming up, and then there's traveling, and there's family, and there's friends, and then there's food, and then it's all this other stuff. And I realized that we're starting at the beginning of this month, and I'm so working, and I'm trying to focus on getting my trip to Alaska. And I realized that there may be someone else that's maybe never been on a trip, maybe who's never been able to know that they could earn a trip to Alaska on a cruise. I mean, they're going to be flying me out from here. And I'm not saying maybe or might or I hope. I'm going. I am going. They're going to fly me out of DFW. We're going to go up to Seattle. I'm going to get on a boat that I've never been on a boat. I don't even like boats. I don't like lakes. And I love oceans. I love watching in water, but I don't want to be on one. But I've never been on a cruise. I've never had the money. I've never had the planning. I've never had the opportunity. It's just never popped up. It's just not anything we ever did. I mean, growing up, when we took our trips, my parents took off 2 weeks during the summer, and we would drive somewhere. So driving, I know the driving trips, but I've never thought about getting on a boat. And maybe you haven't either. And maybe it's one of those things that you're like, there's just no way I can do what you do. And guys, people don't do what I do. There are so many other people that do what I do differently. I'm not anybody special. I don't do anything special. I just work the hardest I can. I try to do the best that I can, because I just try to be better than I was yesterday. And that's all anybody can ask. And I'm sitting here and I'm getting emotional because there's somebody there. There's somebody here. There's somebody somewhere that maybe that is needing something. That maybe that is needing like something to keep themselves busy. Maybe there's a change in their life situation that they're just needing to be able to connect with different people that like similar things. I mean, we have so many different people through Scentsy. We have people that love dogs, that love cats, that love their kids, that they love to travel. They are Jeep people. They're the RV people. I mean, there's so many different aspects of different people, and we all come together. And the only bond we have, the only connection really we have, is just Scentsy. But then that leads to so much more, and that leads to the relationships and the camaraderie and I'm having a bad day. Someone talk to me. Show me something, or teach me something. Let me learn something today so I can feel productive. I know I'm getting off task. I'm sorry. My whole purpose that for me coming on today and talking to everybody just live on my Facebook and not just in my VIP group, was that I have 3 parties I need to close, but I have 3 opportunities for someone to start a new path, just for someone to open a new door, for someone to, possibly find a different outlook of where they're at. Maybe they don't like where they're at, or maybe they're wanting to have a plan B, or maybe just a plan A. Maybe you're just needing a plan A. Maybe you're at home and you are a stay-at-home mom and you just want something to keep yourself busy when the kids are down for a nap, or, give you something to talk about with the other moms if you happen to take them to baseball. At least you have something to talk about. There's so many different aspects of Scentsy that you can work this business any way you want. There's a lot of them that will work out their car because they're on the go with their kids all the time. But they're able to be on the go with their kids all the time because of Scentsy. I'm able to stay home. And so if my daughter needs something, or if she comes home, I can say, how was your day? I don't have to call her and be like, are you home yet? I don't know where you're at. You're not answering your phone. You're not texting me. I have the opportunity to be able to know where she's at. Make sure that she got to the bus. I don't have to worry about having to ask my boss to leave work because my daughter missed the bus or she's sick. And it's not like the sick of like, oh, I don't feel good because I have a test and I don't want to tell you. It's like I'm sick, like I can barely get up, I'm, nauseous or whatever. I have the ability to stay home because I can work from home. I can work from anywhere. If I'm out driving, I work from my phone. I only use my laptop. Honestly, I use my laptop when I come into my office to come on do lives. That's majority of the time I'm just on my phone. So I'm coming to y'all today, and I'm bearing my soul, which I didn't expect to do. I was so excited. I'd listened to a couple of different people that have been in Scentsy for 10, 15 years and have been doing this, and it's a family business, and they work so hard at doing what they do, but they love it, and they love every minute of it. And I love every minute of it. I love learning new things, and I love learning new techniques and new ways to do something. I never would have had that if I didn't have Scentsy, and I never would have been able to do what I'm doing now. I always thought I'd work 8 to 5 Monday through Friday for the rest of my life until I hoped enough that was in my 401k so I could maybe retire, but I always have to put some more money back because I just never knew. So with everything that I've gone through in the last year and everything that my family has gone through, this has been one of the biggest blessings. And the point I'm making from all this, and again, I'm sorry I got off track, is that I'd love to bless 3 different people today. And maybe you don't want to come on here and say yes, or maybe you don't want to message me. But somehow, either like or comment on here. I'll reach out to you. These are our hostess discounted kits. These are for parties I've already closed. There is one that would be no out-of-pocket cost for you. The other 2 are different prices. The normal price is $59. It's less than that. So if it's something that you've thought about doing and it's something that money has always stopped you on doing, these kits are great to get you started. They're hostess kits. They're a discounted kit, so they're a little bit smaller. You can always do the $99 kit too if you're wanting all the things, because there's a lot of us that love all the things. I didn't start with an all the things kit. I had to earn all mine. I started with a $20 kit. Guys, I started this business and I started reaching out to people about Scentsy when I didn't even have my stuff. Last year it took 10 days to get to me. I had a mini warmer that was sent to me, 15 or 20 testers, 5 catalogs, and some samples. That was it. That's how I started my business, and that's how I grew this business, for me to be able to be at home and be with my daughter and be here and be present in her life. My oldest daughter, I wasn't able to do that. I was working 2-3 jobs. I was working 2 part-time jobs and a full-time job, and then at one point I was going to school full-time and working full-time, finding a place for her. And I never in a million years would think that I'm 42 years old and I'm able to work for myself and be at home with my kids, and I didn't have to wait till I retired at 70 or 80 or 90 years old. So that's what I came on here today. That was my point, was that I do have 3 different kits that I would love to bless somebody. Either reach out to me through Facebook, comment on here, text message me if you have my phone number. I'll put it out there for anybody to use. Or share this video with one of your friends and see if maybe that's something that this would be great for them. You know the type of people that love doing this is people that love to talk to people. But we also have tons of people that are introverts that don't do anything but just do social media. I mean, there's so many people that do vendor events, and there's so many people that do fundraisers, and some people, I mean, there's so many different ways to work this business that you don't have to just know everybody. So this is me bawling my eyes out today because I just want to bless someone else with what was blessed to me. So with that being said, I love you guys. I hope you're having a blessed day. And I will see you guys later. All right. Bye.